Mike Pachelli here. Thanks for tuning in. For this lesson, I'll be talking about the Beatles recording of All You Need Is Love that they did in June of 1967. Earlier that year, the BBC was promoting the world's first global TV show called Our World, and it was linking 5 continents together via satellite to an estimated 300 million viewers. The Beatles were asked to perform live at EMI Studios and to write a song specifically for the show. And about that, Paul has said, "What happened was a fellow from the BBC, an organization which I'm sure you have heard of, asked us to get together a song for this. So we said, we'd get one together with nice, easy words so that everyone can understand it. So he said, oh, all right then, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. So we went away and we just played Monopoly for a bit. And then the fellow said, now where's the song? So we said, don't worry, Derek. His name was Derek Burrell Davis. We'll soon have a song for you. So with just 3 weeks to go before the show, John began writing All You Need Is Love on June 7th. Paul actually wanted them to do Your Mother Should Know for the live broadcast, but John won that battle. They recorded the backing track at Olympic Studios with Eddie Kramer on June 14th, and the rhythm section consisted of John Lennon on harpsichord and guide vocal, George Harrison on violin, Paul on double bass, and Ringo on drums. They did 33 takes, and take 10 was the best. On June 19th at EMI, they did the overdubs, and it was more drums. George Martin played some piano. John did banjo and recorded his lead vocal. Paul and George did the background vocals, and they mixed that on June 21st without the overdubs. On June 23rd, George Martin recorded the orchestra bits. And Lennon said he'd sing the song live on TV, so Paul said he'd also play the bass live on TV. And John and Paul talked George into doing the lead guitar live on the broadcast. On June 24th, they did rehearsal with the Beatles and a 13-member orchestra. Then they did more overdubs. John changed the arrangement, so George Martin had to redo the orchestral score. And then on June 25th, they did many full rehearsals with the full orchestra for the show. And they had some celebrity guests there for the live broadcast. Mick Jagger, Marianne Faithfull, Keith Richards, Keith Moon, Eric Clapton, Patty Harrison, Jane Asher, etc. And when they did the actual show, the rhythm track was played on a 4-track machine, and John, Paul, and George were live. And also Ringo played the snare drum roll live at the beginning of the song. After the show was over, they had to do some fixing. So John Lennon re-sung 2 lines of the actual live performance, and the snare drum roll was redone because they thought Ringo could do it better. And apparently George Harrison muffed the last note of his guitar solo, and that was faded down in the mix on the final mix of June 26th. The song was released in the USA as a single on July 17th and on the Magical Mystery Tour album in November of 1967. So that's the backstory. Let's get started. There actually is no rhythm guitar on All You Need Is Love. I've come up with a part you could use because I think the song is an important part of their catalog. In order to play the intro and a verse, you'll need these chords. You'll need a G. You'll need a D with an F sharp in the bass. An E minor. You'll need an A minor. A D add 9, and a D with a C in the bass. And the last measure has a little line that you play in 3/4. And what's really interesting about the song is it's a measure, there's a lot of measures of 3/4 in there. So there's a measure of 4/4, then a measure of 3/4, then a measure of 4/4, 3/4, 4/4, 4/4, 4/4, and the last measure is 3/4. So the intro, very slowly, you'd count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And that sounds like this. 3, 4. I'll do that very slow for you, and you can watch the chart in the tabs. 3, 4. Now, if you like, I mean, on that descending part where I'm going from D add 9, back to D to C over D over C. You can, if you want to, you can, because the line goes F sharp to E, D. So I'm getting my F sharp on this D chord. I'm getting my E back to a D to the C. But if you want to, you can also play. I just think it's easier just to strum it as a D to D add 9. And then you're off to a verse. And for the verse, same thing. You got a measure of 4/4, 3/4, 4/4, 3/4, 3 measures of 4/4, and a measure of 3/4. So a verse is like this: 3, 4. I'll do that very slowly for you. 3, 4. And then you're into the chorus. Chords for the chorus are G, A suspended, D to D7. That repeats, and then you will go to G, B7, E minor, to a G with a D bass, C, D, and G. And that last G, that last measure of the chorus, is a measure of 2/4. So you've got 4/4, 4/4, 4/4, 4/4, 4/4, 4/4, 4/4, 2/4. Right? So chorus sounds like this: 3, 4. And then you're into the solo, actually. Let me do that very slow for you. Here's a chorus. 3, 4. On that G over D, I mean, you could play a straight G too. It could be. Works. Now for the solo, exact same chords as a verse, and I'm just playing the choruses all the same also. The only difference is on chorus, what would be actually chorus 4 to the ending. So like at the last part of the last chorus where it goes to G to B. Just go between a G and a D for that fade outro. So very slowly, I'll do the whole last chorus to the ending. 3, 4. So there's a rhythm part for All You Need Is Love. George Harrison played his Fender Stratocaster for the solo on All You Need Is Love. And for this solo, I've got my Stratocaster plugged into a 1967 Fender Princeton Reverb, made it perfectly clean. But I'm using an Eclam pedal. The folks there were nice enough to send me this Go Rocky Go pedal. And as you probably know, during the Magical Mystery Tour and the White Album, the Beatles were using an amp called the Vox Conqueror. And the Go Rocky Go is a part-for-part reproduction of the Conqueror's preamp with a few modern tweaks. And the artwork is inspired by George Harrison's Rocky Stratocaster, which of course we saw him play during All You Need Is Love. So the solo sounds like this. I'll do it for you nice and slow. 3, 4. And that's it. And the only other electric guitar is at the end of the song, during the fade out. George overdubbed a power G, and he plays a little lick. It goes like this. He goes all the way for the fade out. So very slowly, those are just quarter notes here. So those are all the electric guitar parts on All You Need Is Love. I have put it together in a sound alike so you can see how those guitar parts fit together. So please have a look at this.
Nothing you could sing that can't be sung. Nothing you could say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. Nothing you could make that can't be made. No one you could save that can't be saved. Nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be you in time. It's easy. is all you need. Love 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 is all you need.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Now you see how my guitar parts, fit together nicely to propel the song along. I suggest you download the charts and tabs at MikePachelli.com and learn both of those parts, play along with my sound-alike, and you'll get it to sound, just like the sound-alike. And I really appreciate your consideration in supporting my work that way. So have fun playing this great old song, and until next time, I'm Mike Pachelli. Thanks for hanging out with me.